Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday. May the 4th be with you. Um, so, there are lots of things I could talk about today, but the biggest thing I want to talk about is supporting your local authors because lockdown is not as good on us as one might expect. um, we have a lot of things to do, and normally everybody else in our house leaves for at least a portion of a day, and that's not happening right now. Everybody is home all the time, never endingly. And it makes it challenging, not so much that people don't leave us alone, because they do, but to put our minds into actually functioning and doing the writing. It's not easy. The care and feeding of authors is a complex and wonderful thing, and it requires alone time. So the way I'm getting around that is that I'm actually finding, making an outdoor space with my tent and whatnot. And I fully expect that while I'm out there, I shall have a fairly good time. It will be quiet, and I can take my laptop with me. And that way, I have a quiet place to go and do my writing that is away from everybody else. And I think that will help. I have had a really hard time focusing and pushing myself to actually do the editing that needs to be done. Although I have done some fictional writing a few times, which I feel good about. So I'm hearing from other authors too that a lot of us are in the same boat where there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of changes that have gone on, and we thrive on this sort of regular routine, and the routines have changed. It's not bad, it's not good, it's life. But if you can help the author in your life to find a new balance, that would be a good thing. So I wanted to talk about today's library. This is, I do have a name for this library, the Admont Abbey in Vienna. And isn't it just gorgeous? Look at the painted ceiling. Oh my gosh. I would absolutely adore going to this library. I mean, look at all the books. And it's huge. This is just one tiny section that happens to be really gorgeous, and I felt the need to, bring it to you guys. So today I'm coming to you from Vienna. Ooh, aren't I fancy? Um, so the image that you have there is by a gentleman named Jorgi Rowan, and I got it from Wikimedia, and I will be sticking the URL for that into my the copyright information down under my video when it's posted up live. So I'll look for that because he's got some really nice photos up there. This is just one, and he has others of the inside of this library as well, which are stunning, absolutely stunning. So, care and feeding of authors. One of the things that happens a lot of the time is that authors start selling books, and then we get online and we sell to our friends and we sell to our family because they love us and they have to buy our books. The problem is getting it to go from there to somewhere else. And what happens, if we're lucky, is that we sell it to our husband or our sister, and they then go and sing our praises to a coworker or their friend or their buddy from Alaska. And then that person tells somebody else, and it goes along. Amazon is both a blessing and a curse to authors, and one of the most wonderful things is that you can have your books go absolutely, they can go viral. Um, and suddenly you're selling more books than you know what to do with, and that's a wonderful thing. And then there's the rest of the time, which is most of the time, and it's hard. So if today you could do me a favor, pick two books. I'd love it if one of them was mine, but pick two books that you have at home. And it doesn't matter, fiction, nonfiction, whatever. I guarantee you they're selling it on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com, log in, and leave a review. That right there that single act, that 2 minute of clicking that you liked it and giving it a number of stars and telling what your favorite part was, that gives so much to authors. The more stars we have, the better the Amazon algorithms are, and the more people see our books. And as much as we are writing them otherwise. So I'd like it if you went and reviewed my book, but I would be happy if you reviewed any book. I guarantee you, even big name authors, Piers Anthony, well, maybe not Robert Heinlein because he'd be doing it from beyond the grave, but you know what I'm saying? Authors that are out there right now who are writing and putting things out, having even one extra review, it makes such a huge difference. Also, you can follow your favorite authors on Amazon.com. So if you go onto Amazon.com and in the top bar there, you do a search for M. Allyson Sabo, you will find me. You can also do a look for one of my books, Bloodstone or Longing for Wisdom. You'll find me, and you can click to my author page from there and look me up. So there's information about me, there's some pictures. There might at some point be videos and such, although I have not done that recently. And you can also see other books that I've been a part of, which is fun. You never know, you might find something that you enjoy. And from there you can go and you can review my books and other books. And the other thing that Amazon does, which is kind of nice, is underneath all that, it will ask you, do you, customers who bought books by this author also bought books by these other authors. And that lets you see other books that are similar or authors that are similar, and so you expand your own repertoire. So I highly recommend that you go and review. You can also find us on Facebook because we're almost all of us are on Facebook somewhere because it's handy and fun and we can do lots of cool stuff. I have an author page on Facebook, which I am looking up now so that I can get the URL. So it's facebook.com/mallysonsabo, all one word, and then the final slash. And I love to talk to people. So if you come on and you page me, you will get to talk to me and say hi. If you have questions about some of the characters in the books, I would happily answer them, unless, the answer is in the next book, in which case I'll be hedgy. But and if you have commentary or you want to ask a question, I would love to hear from you. And I don't know a single author who doesn't love it when they hear from somebody that's reading their novels and asking questions. We love it. We thrive on this stuff. This is why we do it. So go and find me. And I also have a web page, which is just mallysonsabo at .weebly.com, and you can find me there. I have a lot of fun keeping my web pages up. I actually do a new quote every week on Mondays just before I do the show. And so if you want to look at some cool quotes that have to do with a variety of things, you can go and look at that too. So go support your local author. They will love you for it. And if you can, support them through local bookstores. As authors, we often don't get as much money when you buy through a bookstore, but we would rather that you buy through a bookstore because we want bookstores to be alive, because there's something awesome about seeing your book in hard copy right there on the shelf of a bookstore. It's really exciting. So go thrill an author, buy a book at a bookstore. Take a picture of yourself buying the book at the bookstore and post it to their webpage. I guarantee you get thumbs up. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you later this week. I spent some time doing video in the garden in Garb, so you'll get to see some of that probably next week. I have a lot of editing to do on that because it's like half an hour of me just puttering about with my grandson in the garden. And that's not very interesting. I had to chop it up and make it pretty and all that. So there you go. I love you guys, and take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you next Monday for more writing stuff.